Alright, so hi, this is Morris Rosenthal for ifitjams.com. Replacing the little shock things that hold up the hatchback on my '86 Dodge Omni. It's interesting, the instructions that come with the replacement shocks tell you do not use a broomstick to hold up the hatchback, which of course is what I'm doing. I don't know why they tell you that so specifically. Maybe they've been sued by people who've had hatchbacks fall on them and break their necks or something. The only part of the job that I would say is challenging is that, interesting, they use these Torx sockets, not something everybody has. I actually borrowed these from my father. So if you don't have a Torx tool, you might find it difficult to remove these things, but it's just a nut and a bolt in the end. So that's the lower one. In order to get the upper one here, I had to release the trim so I could pick up the gasket around the hatchback. Maybe I'll hold the nut this time and leave it in the car. That would be the other inch, sir. Because there just wasn't enough clearance for the thing to come out otherwise. Here we go. Jolly Roger. And here's one old hatchback shock. Doesn't actually sound that bad, but Lord knows it didn't hold anything up. The interesting thing about the way I'm seeing these are put together is apparently you should put the nut and the bolt with the little bearing area together first and then screw the whole thing in. We'll see how that goes. Let me get my first replacement here. A little snap-in container. These are made by who? Come on. Remember, kids, if you're making a video, always get your parts out of the plastic before you start. There we go. So this is some sort of universal replacement. We know the exposed shock part goes towards the car, and the top goes into the hatchback. So it goes, where is our puppy, like this. We'll put it together like we're assuming it should go. In this case, note I'm putting this on backwards. They do this with the washer towards the car body, which I suppose makes sense since that's where the stop is. So I'm going to put that on there and get our clearance. I'll screw it in by hand for a little. And kind of makes you yearn for the days of time-lapse photography, eh? Alright, there's number one. We'll get the top one here, following the same plan. interestingly enough, I didn't notice which one of these had the extra rubber washer on it. So I'm going to put it on the bottom one here, being the top one, and I'll look at the other side and see whether or not, yeah, that's how we have it on the other side. So apparently this is the proper way to go. So I'm making that up pretty much all the way. All right, this turns a little, and oh, I see I'm going to have to either lift a little further, or these aren't the right size. So let's find out what happens. I guess my broomstick wasn't long enough. There you go. Question will be, how is that going to hold up? So let's get the camera out of the way. Oh, maybe it's holding up already. Look at that. So the question is, will it close? There she blows.